What's going on, guys? Joey Cuz coming back at you again today. And as you can see from the picture in the front of the video, obviously, it's build your own DeLorean time. And right here is issue number 4. And obviously you see me do 1, 2, and 3 so far. But with this one, you actually get the parts. You can look at those. These are the parts for the plutonium chamber. And what's pretty cool about this is, obviously from the picture, you can have either the regular plutonium chamber, or you can have the Mr. Fusion setup. So, without further ado, let's go down to the bench and I'll show you the parts and let's get this bad boy going. Alright guys, well here we are, issue number 4, and here's the parts. Like I said, this is the Mr. Fusion section of the build. So, let's move this out of the way real quick. I'll give you a quick look at the inside. Obviously, here's all your parts, and there's a good amount of parts in here. And from what I've seen in the video from some people, they have a problem with I forgot which spring it is, but they have a little bit of an issue with the spring. So hopefully we don't get that problem. But obviously here's the pages. We got a lot of steps for this one. This is 14 steps, and like I said, here are the 2 little springs that supposedly supposed to give you a little bit of a problem with. I don't know if you can see that, but in those steps. But we'll deal with that when the time comes. So, and here's actually more on the car. Lighting, you know, I'd say it's pretty cool. Obviously, I tell you the Mr. Fusion design, all about Doc Brown. And hey, look at that, it's Einstein. So, like I said, here's the suspension now. That's going to be the next issue, which I'm probably going to do with them 5 and 6 in both issues. So, let's get this started. We'll set up the book right there so I can see what the hell I'm doing. And let's open this up. Now, I am going to give a shout out to the real Cobra Burnout. Alright, sorry for that interruption. My camera's just about to go dead. But I did start to say that I'm going to give a shout out to the real Cobra Burnout. If none of you guys know who that is, I'm leaving a link down below to his channel. Allegedly, he's blaming me for getting him hooked on this. Yeah, I guess that's so that his wife doesn't take it out on him. So he's trying to say I'm the one that did this to him and got him started on it. So, Cobra, I'm here for you, buddy. Don't you worry about it. So, okay, we got that out. And I got a whole bunch of little parts in here. So let's get the screws out at least. So this one, ooh, CP screws. Holy crap, those things are ridiculously small. I don't know if you guys can see that, but oh Jesus Christ. You got CPs, APs, and oh, here are the 2 springs. And it looks like they're trying to escape from the bag. You guys can see. Look, they're trying to escape already. Whatever. Okay, so let's get these AP screws out. Put them on there. That's a lot of AP screws. So I'll just leave the tag there for that. These little CP screws. I'm not going to make these bags any tinier. So you got CP, AP. And Schmal Money was making fun of me because some along the lines he was asking where the PP screws are. I don't know. Yeah, anyway, we got some silly people watching. So I'm going to start by taking this piece right here and this piece right here, which is basically the top of the plutonium chamber and the cap. And we are going to put it in and turn it so it actually works, so you can take the cap out. So wow, step 1 done. Step 1 and 2, whoo, well, we're good. Now step 3, we're going to take this piece right here and we are going to insert. Now there's a little nub on the I dropped my cap. We'll hold on to the cap for later. Leave that out. But there's you got your 2 screw holes, and then you got your little nub right there. Obviously, it's gonna follow that. So let's see what we got. Just like that. And now you need to take the AP screws. Should get these screws ready before I actually get this on, but oh well. If we can get it back into place again, would be nice. Yep, there we go. I'm going to take the AP screw, put it in the hole right there. Just leave it a little loose so you can just get started. And I'm going to do the same thing with this hole over here. Okay. Make them nice and snug so we don't break anything. And that's that. Now we got that done. Now, next step is, where'd it go? This white clear piece, which is now going to go, let's see, facing, okay, there you go, facing down, and these are going to be these little tiny CP screws. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see how tiny that screw is. So we're gonna hopefully get started. Yeah, that's a pain in the butt. That little tiny ass screw. There we go. No, there we don't go. Okay, there is one. No, what the hell? Wow, what the hell is going on with this? Unless they put in here the wrong screw? Unless they meant to say AP screw for that. Let me try an AP screw. Yeah, I think they kind of screwed that up. That should... Let me just try an AP screw first. So... if I can actually get that going, it'd be nice. Yeah, I actually think I want to show you guys this real quick. On here, it says use the CP screw. I'm going to guess that you should be using the AP screw for that instead. So that's a CP. That's I'm gonna believe that's a typo. So I'm putting AP screws in there since that actually held. Okay, guys. Like I said, AP screws work better with this. I guess it was a typo on there, but whatever. So let's just put that to the side for now, because the next step is going to be doing the Mr. Fusion. So now you're going to take both sides of your Mr. Fusion. You're going to put them together like that. And then you're going to use 3D AP screws to put it together. just like the rest of them. I'm going to put them just make sure they all fit right. And there we go. There is part of the Mr. Fusion. Get that. Okay, so let's put that down. Now we're going to need this 2 clear white pieces. You guys can see that, these 2 pieces. And what we're going to have to do is take and just stick them on there like that, if it actually stays, but that's how it's eventually going to go. And then you're going to insert that into your Mr. Fusion. There's a little hole in the bottom of that piece. I take your Mr. Fusion, and it's supposed to go in just like that. Let's see how good it goes in. Oh, that was my stomach growling. Help if I was also putting it in the right direction. So let's like that. Basically, it snaps right into place, and you got your Mr. Fusion put together. Not fully put together, but there's still more. And then this other white clear piece, if I can get it out of the plastic, we're going to take, and it's just basically going to go on the top, and it snaps right into place. So there you have your completed Mr. Fusion. Pretty simple, I think. Put that to the side now. That's right, those are the springs. Now we are going to be putting together the actual base of the Mr. Fusion. So I'm going to take, not that part, let's see what we got. The lid, I would think that is, and this little black piece right here. You guys can see that. Let me show you. Really hate, these things don't focus too well, but take these 2 pieces, and now with the hole actually facing up, you're gonna put these 2 pieces together like that, and then we're gonna screw together with 2 AP screws. Now with these, you don't want to make too tight, because these screws are basically acting as hinges for this. Let's hold that. Loosen that up a touch. There we go. Okay. Perfect, just like that. Now you're going to take this piece right here, and we're going to, let's make sure it's the right side. You're going to take this side with the single hole, put that on there like that, and let's see what kind of, oh, another AP screw, what a shock. Let's get the AP screw ready. Let's get it back, the lid back set up. And screw it together. Just like that. Whoops. Yes, here too can adjust it, so there's your working Mr. Fusion lid. Let's put that down. Next page. Okay, so now we're going to attach the Mr. Fusion. So you're going to have obviously your screw hole, and then you're going to have like a little dimple there that's obviously going to correspond with the holes on top of the lid. Just like that. And let's get another AP screw ready to screw this down. I actually think the hardest part with some of this stuff is actually just holding these pieces together until you get the screws ready to put in. And just like that, we have our Mr. Fusion chamber and lid. But still not done yet. Okay, so now we're going to have to get this red piece and this last black piece out. Man, these pieces are tiny, some of them. Okay, now what I gotta tell you to hold it is, hope you guys can see this. We're gonna put it together just like that. And here we need that CP screw, so let's get the CP screw ready. Yeah, let's see if I can actually get this in there. Okay, I try to get it on the first try, and that's one side. Now, another CP screw. Get it on the other side. Damn little screws. And once again with this too, you don't want to go too tight because it's basically acting as like a hinge point. So, okay, so we got that. You guys can see how that's been put together. So, hopefully, just like that, and those little tiny freaking screws. So anyway, okay, so that's that. Now, the next step is to here we go. Take this obviously the opposite side, and you're going to have two little corresponding holes as well. One's going to be for the screw, and the other one is in a little nub that fits right into the hole. Let's try that again. Okay, so I'm just going to put that in there like that, and we're going to need an AP screw for that. Let's put that all together. And it kind of stayed. Okay, now just like that. So this was going to act as your lid. Now, from what I've seen in other videos, that these two springs that are going to go in next are the biggest pains in the butt, because you have to put these two little damn springs in, and then you got to put the screws in, which are DP. Huh, it's telling me DP screws, but I don't have DP screws. I'm just going to assume those are AP screws again. So let's take a test on this, because I didn't get no DP screws. No, those are probably going to be CP screws. Those are so damn small. What I'm going to try to do is maybe get these little screws started, so that all I have to do is, there we go. Okay, I got them started, so then all I would have to do is put the spring in after it's in, hopefully, because if I'm supposed to have DP screws, they didn't give them to me, and the holes that are there are too small for AP screws. Okay, Never mind the fact it's hard to see black on black to begin with. Okay, so okay, here's the dreaded springs. And I'm going to tell you right now, fat fingers are not going to be good for this stuff. So let's dump them out. And let's see if I can actually get the spring in. Pull that last piece out and hold on once. That's it. Okay. Let's see if I can get this. Might have to. Oh, maybe. Wait. Did I get it? Nope. See if I can push in with this screwdriver. Alright, let me back the screw out again. I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is crazy small and tiny. Okay. That's one. Okay, now let's try the next one. Oh, maybe a pair of tweezers might help. I don't know. Let's ooh, almost lost that one. Alright, try it again. Okay, that's that. Now see if I can line it up a little bit better. Nope, too much. Too far over. Okay, hold that down. Nope. Wow, this one's a real pain in my butt. Try doing it the opposite hand. To be honest with you guys, I don't know how good. Spring's gone. And that thing shut out. But anyway, I mean, even with the one spring in it, it's really not, springing back or anything. So I don't really understand why you would even need the spring in there. But I don't know. That spring just went bye-bye. So I'm really not too worried about it. Because like I said, it's not really putting any spring tension on it anyway. I think it's more of a cosmetic feature, but whatever. So, like they say, it happens. So, anyway, that's that. And I knew I was going to have a hard time with that anyway. So, let's... Basically, now we got the last step, which is going to be attaching the Mr. Fusion to its base. If I, don't drop it at all. So, anyway... It'll line up the holes, obviously, and we need the AP screw, so let's just get an AP screw ready to rock. Holy cow. Hopefully you got it lined up in the right spot. Excuse me. What you do? Okay, so let's get another AP screw. that one. This one. Okay, now we'll just tighten them all down since they're all in. Okay, and there it is. There's your Mr. Fusion and your plutonium chamber cap. So, not bad. A little bit of a pain in the butt, but like I said, there's no spring tension on those springs, so really I don't think you really needed them to begin with. But there it is, Mr. Fusion, and its lock, and the plutonium chamber. So, guys, I want to thank you all for watching. Hopefully, this kind of helped you out a little bit. And then, you know, it pointed out a couple of those little miscues in the, where it said CP screws when it should have been AP. And it said DP when, if I was supposed to get DP screws, they didn't send them to me. So, I don't know what the difference would have been between the CP and the DP. But anyway, well, here we are. We got 4 issues down, and you know, we got some parts. I don't know why they give them to you this out of order, but whatever. So, I don't know, guys. I guess because of that, you know, I'm gonna end this right here, and I'll talk to you guys later.